Okay, repairs have been made on my water tank inside here. Let's go ahead and I'll show you what I did. And get the flashlight while I'm at it. Okay, now as you can see, that board is back together. Remember how this was wiggling here, and this would wiggle this way and that one would wiggle that way? It's all back together, and it's screwed together and glued again. And what I did down here, remember that piece of plywood down here was kind of was bashed in. So what I've done is put another 2x4 on the bottom there, see, and another 2x4 here. And then what I've done is put these boards in here to basically take up the space. And then behind these boards there's another larger piece of plywood that covers the whole thing, and it's attached to these 2x4s and the other ones, and this one and this one. Alright, we're on the other side now, and if you can see behind the ladder there's another new piece of plywood, and I've put it over, and over on the outside it's a patch, and that should work just fine. And we'll put some styrofoam over the top of that so that there's no sharp edges there, and that should work pretty good. And so anyway, it's back together. Okay, as you can see, I've got the outside of the tank nearly finished, and we've got it all assembled quite well. And as you notice, I've got cables here. You see, there's one there, and there's one there, and there's 4 cables. And those are tight. They're tight enough to, hear a song here they're tight. Now, the reason that is on there, those cables, because there's a tremendous amount of pressure in this tank when it's full of water. And the water will try to push the walls outward. This wall it'll try to push this way, and this wall it'll try to push that way. So these cables are designed to hold this tank together, even though there's quite a good strong bond here with the screws and the glue. Okay, now let me grab my flashlight here, and we're around the other side, and as you can see, this side here is longer than the other side we just passed. So there's a tremendous amount of force on this side, and we want to mitigate that by having another means of support for the middle of this, and that's what this is. You see, what we've got here is I've got basically a structure here that I've put inside, and this fits tightly, and it's fastened to the walls up and down there. And the reason these boards are sideways instead of vertical like you'd see most of the time is because what I'm going to do next is put some cables, let me go out here, cables that run the length from that wall down to this wall. And then what I'm going to do is tighten those cables up against the so that the wall basically presses against this structure inside from the pressure of the cables. And what that'll do is, right along this longitudinal line, it'll provide some very solid support for these walls here, these longer walls, so that when it's full of water, it won't buckle or have a tendency to bow out or something like that. But anyway, so this seems like, overkill. Water has a lot of pressure. It could be as much as, 3,000 or 4,000 pounds total. Maybe, something like that. Pressure pushing this wall out. So you want to have something to hold it in very solidly. As you can see, I've got these support boards on both sides of the tank, and see the wall inside. If we climb the ladder here a little bit, okay, what you can see here is the turnbuckles that I've installed. See, they run from one end to the other, and they're tight. And then I've got on this side one sheet of plywood that I've put in just to see how it fits, and it fits. And what I need is one more for this piece right here, because this is a little wider than 4 feet. And then what we're going to have again is a wall here made out of plywood and a wall there made out of plywood. And then of course we're going to line the inside with styrofoam, and then we're going to put a pond liner inside to keep it from leaking. And then now we'll have 2 compartments to this tank, and quite a lot of added structural strength as well. And you can see it from this side now. And we've kind of done quite an overkill here to make sure this tank doesn't come apart or do anything suspicious. But the tank will hold about a little over 1,000 gallons. So this, I think, is going to work fine. Okay, I've got both sides of the partition covered now, and covering the turnbuckles. You can see there's this side and there's that side. That's all covered. Now you'll notice that inside both of these tanks now, I've got some styrofoam sitting there. Now again, that's to cushion the liner that I'm going to put in there, because there are rough spots, but nothing that would really bother the liner. But it's just, it's just a good idea to have some kind of a cushion in here, in case there are rough spots or whatever. So what I've got to do now is cut the rest of this stuff out. This is 1-inch styrofoam, building material type stuff, and I've got to cut these and get them to fit in here. And I'm only going to go as high as that one is, and as you can see, the top about 1 foot. I'm not going to bother with the styrofoam cushion, because up at that height, it's not there's not much pressure up there, and also I'm going to have to put some fittings and things, and I don't want to have that in the way. So the fittings are going to go up in this area, so it's good to have this hard surface here to bolt the fittings into. So, okay, so I'll start getting out there and cutting the rest of these to shape and installing them.